Good morning, everyone. This thought has been on my mind, and I think I'm just going to come out and say it the best I can. Side note, I know that in some videos I put out verbalized incomplete thoughts, and then I watch it back later and go, oh, I could have said that better. But I'm going to work on that. So the thought that I've had is observing this and observing everything that's happening around us in the world. When we watch, I'll just say despots and abusive forms of government try to take control, the people that try to push that, a lot of them seem incompetent, even if they claim to be intelligent, if they claim to be organized. It's all conjecture, it's all illusion. You can't trust it. Basically, you can't trust anything that they say. A lot of them are just incompetent. And I'm sure this has been noticed in history before, and that doesn't mean we shouldn't be proactive, in fighting back and fighting for something better for everyone. It doesn't mean we shouldn't do that, because they can still cause significant damage. Incompetence causes damage. That's why well-managed governments can be important. But it seems like a lot of it is fumbling and chaotic. And I just want to encourage people to think about how that can work what can work in our favor. How can we strategize around these sort of things? And the fact that a lot of what we're seeing is it's lies and it's unsustainable. This sort of thing seems to come from, and I'm no psychologist, but this sort of thing seems to come from people who feel like or never actually quite measured up to normal, healthy standards in the world. And then, of course, you combine that with entitlement and a lot of repression of different things that they're hiding about themselves, that intense self-hatred. And then they all group together, and then it turns into this big old mess where they decide that we all need to deal with their problems, their personal problems now, which is insanely stupid and selfish. So yeah, just keep that in mind while we stand our ground on what we know is right and good and compassionate. And don't entirely believe, just be discerning. Don't believe everything you see and hear. Even I get caught up in it sometimes. I even notice that when it comes to people on, I don't know if it's just because they're in a full fear and flight response or what, but some people who I guess you would call the left, the creators on that side, some of them really try to put out all this information that's it seems like it's divisive and meant to create further enmity and division, just almost, if not just as bad as on another side. And it's continually, it's still a fight that's keeping us disengaged from the actual work that needs to be done. So again, I ask, not unlike, just like in my video from yesterday, what are you going to do about it? And if I can quote Kendrick Lamar, here. Turn your TV off. What are you going to do? You get the story, you get the message, you get the picture. What are you going to do? That's all I have for today, at least for right now.